Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to tape a hair system. You've probably seen loads of videos like this before. I have quite a unique way of doing it, which I find gives a greater level of hold. It also makes it more comfortable to wear and it increases the duration that you can have it on. So I'm going to show that to you now using one of my old hair systems. So this is my setup when I'm retaping a system. This is a very old system which I had a long time ago. I keep hold of it to sort of either do demos, practice on, etc, etc. So I'm going to show you my unique way of taping up a system. This is my general sort of list of accessories. So I've got my scissors, got my ultra hold, and I've got my Walker's Blue. So I always tend to start, and a mannequin head. I just find it helpful. So I always start sort of towards the front. I never tape the front, I always glue the front. It gives a more natural appearance if you glue it. But again, personal preference. So I always tend to start around sort of this area, which is where the tape starts at the front, because that's where it's straightest and it's just easier or easiest to get started on that part of the system. So I start with the ones that have backing, which make it sort of easier to just pull up and attach. This is especially important with a lace base or a lace perimeter. And then it's at that point, and I do this on either side, it's at that point that I start using the tape because you just tend to get more out of it, it's cheaper. I usually use True Tape, but today I'm using Walker Blue, which is also very good. It gives a great hold. So I kind of assess how long I can get away with that sort of runs along the sort of contours of the system. Another really important point is to always snip off the edges, like so. Okay, and then you just attach. You want to make sure you've got an overlay, because otherwise it won't stick very well. So make sure you've got a bit of an overlay. Apologies if you can't see this too well. Bring up to the camera. You'll see there's a hole in the system, but it's an old system, I don't wear it anymore. So you want that going over that a little bit, okay? And then you just sort of pull up a little bit and just pull. It's literally that easy, guys. And I kind of keep doing this around the system. You have to go a little bit shorter around the back because there's more curvature. You might have to add a bit more, you might have to take a bit more of the edge off. So for instance here, I do it a little bit shorter because there's more of an edge. Okay, take those edges off, like so. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your fucking aunt. Okay, so put that there. And that's generally what I do around most of the system. And I might fast forward this bit because otherwise you're going to get super bored. But you get the gist. That's how I sort of initially start taping up the system. And then I'll catch you later on in the video and slow it down when I do some more of the sort of unique stuff which not so many people seem to do, but which gives it a better hold, you get more duration out of it, and it just feels more comfortable and secure to wear. Okay, so as you can see, I've taped around the edges on both sides, not the front, because this is where I put the adhesive. Okay, so as you can see, I've tried to keep it as close to the edges as possible. It's not possible to keep it, completely in line with the edges, but, I always do my best. So now I'm going to go through with you what I do to secure the hold. Now, I came across this via one of my stylists, who tends to use this technique as well. And I remember when I first wore systems, I'd tape it up like this, but if I pulled my hair up in the middle, it would come up and it would just look bizarre, and it made the system feel less secure on my head. So that's why I've adopted what this stylist did, whose URL I think is in the description box. So if you're interested, you're UK based, you're based in the southeast, get in touch with this stylist. I highly recommend her. So the first thing that I do is across the side, measure it out. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to use my other tape. I've got loads. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So this is Walker's red tape. I've got loads of it, so I figured I might as well use it. Again, it's got a very strong hold, and I believe it's no shine, so, people won't see a sort of shine coming from the system, which is good. So let's measure that out. It's about, yeah. Okay. Sticky stuff. Okay. Is that going to be long enough? Yeah, I think that should be. Yeah, that'll be long enough. So I want it to go across the system, around the middle of the system, and just really press that down. You don't need to cut off the edges with this one on the sides, because you're not really going around any edges. Okay, so you want to push that down, really, really meshed into the system. Okay, then what you do, hopefully this will work. I haven't used this tape in ages, so it might be a bit... Oh, it's fine. Great. Okay. Excellent. This can be quite useful as well. If you do tear a system a little bit, this one is torn, but it's because it's old and I haven't used it for ages. If you do tear it and it's sort of, the system's still wearable, I would recommend just sort of putting tape over it, because it just holds it together, if worst comes to worst. And then there are places that you can go where they can repair it for you. I think it'd probably be about £100, maybe about 120 American. So definitely, again, worth checking out. And then what I do is I also tape the back, as in from the back of the system to the middle of the system and a little bit beyond. That really gives it that solid adhesion to your head, and it's not going to come loose on the top. Look, hair systems don't go flying anyway. I know a lot of people are worried about that, but this really will ensure that it won't. And that's why I recommend it so highly. Yeah. Again, measure it out. Snip. And yeah, just nicely knock that together and there. And you've got a really, really good adhesion now. Like super strong, okay? And then, as I mentioned earlier, once this is attached and it stops being stubborn, excellent. Then, guys, if you want to tape the front, totally up to you. It will mean that the look isn't as natural. There may be a bit of a shine at the front of the system. That's why I don't do it, and that's why I always leave the front for the glue. So let me just give you a nice close-up. So as you can see, the top is left alone, and then round the sides, Walker blue tape, and then in the middle across, so sort of going across the middle of the head to stick to the scalp, you'll have, any tape you want, and then a tape down the middle as well, okay? And that gives it a really, really good hold, okay? So that's my how to tape a hair system tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. If you're enjoying my content, please do subscribe. Remember as well, New Lace CU, 20% off your first hair system. That's a lot of money, guys. Go to New Lace CU, make your order in the coupon code box, put New Lace CU 20, remember that's a capital N, and you'll get your discount applied. As I said, if you're enjoying my content, check out my other videos, please do subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.